Replay viewers, welcome. Live viewers, welcome. It's LVolpintesta. And oh, I hope my connection is going well. Let me flip this around. I am breaking. Okay, let me. Sorry. Trying to flip my camera and it's delaying. Hi, thank you for the hearts, by the way. I haven't been scoping while I was traveling, but a lot of times I don't scope because I get so excited. Hi, how are you? Good evening. It's afternoon here. Where are you? Hi. I get so overwhelmed with, oh, hang on. My tripod is a jar full of pencils and the pencils are covering the comments. I got my new camera, my new phone, so I can read all your comments again. No more cracked screen. Angie, you need headphones or turn down just during the Periscope, and then you can turn up again. And today I'm going to read from my book. I've decided there are 26 chapters in here. So if we do a chapter a week, you know, it'll take us half a year. I read the introduction. It's on catch.me//LVolpintesta. And I also scope about other things. So I do digital sketching on iPad demonstrations showing you great apps and tools for that. And I also do live model drawing and illustration demonstrations, all kinds of stuff related to fashion and design. I'm a designer and illustrator. I'm also a singer, and I can't say I'm a dancer, but sometimes I teach dance on scopes too. I'd love to dance. I especially sing and dance Brazilian. But all of this really comes down to, I'm also a mom, very much comes down to living your fullest life, getting to express what you want to express, getting to express your joy through color, through movement, through music, and through fashion design. I started teaching fashion at Parsons School of Design in 1997. I graduated there in 1995, so I have a ton of knowledge about both sewing, illustration, construction, pattern making, as well as drawing. I'm very, very much excited about model drawing and illustrating and designing our own stuff. So some of my stuff that's on the walls here, just in case any of you don't know me. So if you're new to my scopes, let me know. I did learn fashion design under the way many teachers still teach. Hi, Perlina Prieta, that's Nadine. We learned really distorted bodies, but I don't teach that, and I don't embrace that. Hi, gorgeous. Thank you. I've decided, I haven't been scoping as much because I get a little bit into that. You're procrastinating because you're a perfectionist thing. So I'm just jumping in because every day I don't get to connect with you all. Hi, Sherika. What a pretty name. Sherika. I'm not sure. I like it both ways. Yolanda as well, so I'm not sure which your name is. So I'm going to talk about color, and as you know, if you've been on my reading from the book Scopes before, I usually get off the subject talking about things related to it. Sherika, yeah? I don't know anymore. The first chapter in the book, which came out exactly 2 years ago, The Language of Fashion Design. Again, it's not a book that I wrote and then went to a publisher with. It's a book that a publisher asked me to write. So if I were to write a book completely from my own heart, it would be all about like prints and colors and all this handcraft and stuff. So I put a lot of my own voice into here, but it's also something I kind of wrote for a mainstream. So what I tried to do, because I felt that I had a responsibility, by being mainstream, I made it as global as possible. So there are designers from every corner of the globe, every continent. That was really important to me because I feel like so often fashion can be addressed in such a very small scope. Hi, Lynn. So I tried to be as global as possible because for me, the thing that brings me most joy is when all people from all parts of the world are celebrating our human family with traditions and cultures from everywhere. The more we learn to see beauty everywhere, I just feel that's the healing force in the world. And the more that we learn about each other, It's color to me. Lynn, I don't know if you've seen the, you know, in the Nutcracker ballet, how I think it's the chocolates, or is it the coffee? I think it's the chocolates. They're wearing brown costumes, and it's paired up with pastels. So whenever I see brown next to pastel colors, I actually makes my mouth water. I just think that cocoa brown sets off pastel colors so beautifully. So, and Lynn, in our Fashion Tribalistas Facebook group, Lynn shared some awesome sketches that she did using the Taya Sui Sketches app that we've been talking. Beauty is every shape, color, different perspectives. When I was reading this book, Nadine, Perlina Prieta's Nadine, depends. I found that what it all came down to me in every single chapter, because there's 26 chapters like an alphabet, is that contrast was, hi Gloria, thanks for coming on. Thank you so much all for coming on. You're my Periscope family. Oh, we got others coming on. Hello newcomers. The contrast for me is that's what the energy is. You love the Sketches app. Yes. So Sketches is an app that I demonstrated a few weeks ago. It's also on catch.me now, katch.me/LVolpintesta. But we discussed how to use this free app. And I've been so inspired by Lynn. Oh, this is funny. I did some new ones here that just quick, fun sketches that I did using the app. It's really fun. You can also, this is very flat, but you can also get very textured and natural looking effects too. There's like a pencil and watercolor, all kinds of great tools in this app. And I'm going to continue to scope about it, much in thanks to those of you who are actually using it and sharing it. So Lynn, hang on, I'm trying to do the watercolor. Look at those nice natural feeling effects you can get. And in the, that's why I like it, because I'm very much a natural sketching girl. So I couldn't get one over to digital apps until I found apps that could do things that felt very earthy and natural and textural. So, okay, I'm going to try to stay on task, but I'm also going to try to be myself as much as possible and just keep letting things unroll however they do in my scopes. Because, oh, well, guess what, everybody? If the problem's me, which it may be, I have this DSL connection that I finally looked up what my bit rate was, my upload rate, and it's not good. So I have ordered Wi-Fi cable, but they can't install it until the 16th. So after April 16th, I hope you'll be getting great scopes from me. So hang in with me, because hopefully it's not going to be that way anymore. I'm going to have a much faster speed, okay? So even though I've started this chapter before, I'm going to start it again and hopefully get a little farther than usual. But I hope you will also chat among yourselves, meet each other, and interject as you want. Since we are doing a chapter on color, I want to do a call out to Color Joy, who is Lynn. Because I've noticed both in her sketches and in the way she dresses and everywhere I see her all over the web, she's like this master in personal branding. And so much of it is her colors. She has her own universe of color that she continues to live in. And every time you see her, she brings you there. And I love that. I love that. For me, I think I have my own color world too. But okay, so color. So each chapter of the book. Hi, Alyssa. Alyssa's another fashion scoper. Welcome and thank you so much for coming. Hi. How are you doing? I'm telling everyone I got a new phone and I'm getting a new internet hookup in a week. So hopefully we're going to see great improvements in the quality here. Thank you for the hearts. So color, the quality, first we start with the dictionary definition. The quality of an object or substance with respect to light reflected by the object, usually determined visually by measurement of hue, saturation, and brightness of the reflected light. Now I'm going to keep Are you talking about the connection being really bad? I wonder if I should just stop. Because usually I can tell when stuff is going on, but today I don't see any signs of it. I'm using the Wi-Fi right now. And if I switch over to data, I don't even know if it's going to get better. Thanks for your support, ladies. It's getting better. I'm making this investment. Okay. And also color, I'm going to be teaching, not only will I maybe be launching a color theory, color study workshop on my website, but in the meantime, from time to time, I do color and design theory scopes, because I have to say that when I was in design school, what I learned about color totally rocked my world. So I know it's going to be the same for you. Hi, Karen. Fashion illustrator Karen in the house. Hi, Karen. Have you been scoping today? I haven't gotten to see you yet. I had to turn off my notifications because sometimes they're always cutting into my, hi, cutie. You're cute too. So color, despite a dry dictionary definition, is a very difficult to separate from emotion. Do you feel that way, guys, or is it just me? For me, color is pure feeling. When I see a color, every color hits me in a different place in my emotions. And I think that that's key. We can discuss color theory and its properties, but in the end, what it conveys to us is emotional, not technical. From the bleakest wash of gray sky to a flag emblazoned with contrasting brights, from colors found in nature to the latest synthetic capabilities of color production, its fashionable value is found primarily in our emotional response to it. You know, thank you, I thought that I was so bright. When I was in school, the colors I used, the prints I mixed, I thought that I was like so radiant and bright with my stuff. And now when I look at the back at those sketches, they look so dark. And I think that's because I think the technology has changed in like the way the dyes are evolving and stuff. Hi, Alyssa. Thanks for coming. Hi. Whose color is blue? Me or Lynn? Because your color right now is Lynn's color blue. The bluish green. Who knows about Agatha Ruiz de la Prada? Do you guys know about this designer? This designer, these are pretty simple, mainstream looks of hers. They're nice knits, but they're really based very much on color and color blocking, right? Color blocking is simply when you take whatever the silhouette is that you're using, it becomes broken up by chunks of color. But I just want you to know, here's her name. If you don't know about her, I mentioned her the last time I scoped about this chapter, so I hope it's not too repetitive for anyone. Gosh, I don't know. I guess I should give up. Or are you talking about the colors from the movie Frozen? No, I'm kidding. I don't know what to do. I'm getting new internet. Did I get to announce that to you too? On April 16th. And then maybe my whole life will change. That's my hope. Okay, I'm getting a new internet, but they're not installing it till the 16th. And my bit rate is going to be way better. Angie, can you turn off your movie just so I can see if my movie works, please? Angie, can you turn that off for a minute? I want to see if it helps my internet work because my movie's not working.
Okay, I'll keep it paused.
Can you close it? Just for 10 minutes. I'm so sorry. I appreciate it. Let's see if she goes off Netflix, whether you can see me better. But if you go to my website, well, you know what? It's probably me. I bet it's not you. And yet, I'm going to keep going because I guess that's all I can do. But I'll do other scopes, and I appreciate that you came. Thanks, Alyssa, for the green hearts. They're going... I'm eating them. It's like Pac-Man. All right, so there's a quote here where designer Isabel so Agatha Louise de la Prada, she's not only a colorist, and you can get a taste of it right there, but also she's extremely innovative. Yeah, right? When you start tuning into color, and the funny thing is when you go shopping, it's almost like you can't even pick the colors you're going to buy. Sometimes you can never find the colors you want out there. But the thing is part of it is the color itself, but a huge part of it I learned is the colors, what colors do when they're next to each other. So you may think you've never seen that orange before, but the fact is you've never seen an orange next to that blue.
Is it working?
So it looks different. I think it's working better now, but I won't do it for too long, but just for a little while, because I have to finish my story. Or you may think you've never seen that green before, but you have. It's just you've never seen it next to these colors. In fact, this yellow, do you see how clean this yellow looks? It's because it's next to this oranger yellow. Like this yellow looks extra bright and light because the yellow next to it is slightly darker instead of matching. If it matched, the whole effect would be different. So I love that feeling of relative, they call it local color. I love that feeling when a color feels clear and clean and light. It's like purifying. I don't know, both in music and in color and design, that feeling of cleansing and clarity is very moving to me. The other thing I try to come to terms with, though, is that a lot of these colors that may feel so pure and beautiful in fabric may, in fact, be highly toxic. I'm trying to resolve what that's all about. It's beautiful and natural in a flower, but how do we recreate it? How do we recreate it in fabric and still be ethical? Have you all seen The True Cost? I haven't been talking about that movie lately. She's Too Much for You? Totally. Well, you know, that's why we all have our own place in the lineup. So, for example, here's an example of pure color. Maybe this blue you can see has orange in it. It's a toned down blue, actually. But then if you look here, I included in my color chapter this group. So do you see these colors? This is what happens when you create tones. What's a tone? It's a color plus gray. Hi, Moira. So here you have blue, red, yellow, violet. But each of those colors is mixed with gray. How are you, hon? I hope I'll see you in New York end of April. Cross your fingers. If I get a few new clients, I'll be able to go to the workshop, Moira. Hello, Andrea. So here's a big difference of what we call pure hues. Colors that are purely... Oh, you too. Okay. Moira is an incredible lactation consultant. Please follow her or share her out if you know anyone interested in that, because that work is extremely close to my heart. Being a lactation consultant, it's huge. Okay. Also, I love how these two legs are different colors. Oh, no way. That's awesome. I just found out that one of my close family friends, I didn't know, she's a graphic designer. She just told me that she had studied in Budapest for 2 years fashion design, and I didn't even know it. So do you see how these colors feel different? Nadine, do you like these? Trying to learn graphics now. So are you using computer programs or, oh my gosh, people are coming on. Hi, Aksuda.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have new visitors today. By the way, if you look around my home, you know, every wall is a different color. So now you know who you're dealing with. When I was married, the whole house, everything was white. So the minute I became single, I literally did the whole thing with a paintbrush. Thank you. I have to admit that it lifts my spirits like every day. Ah, you do white like no other, Karen. Karen is a mostly bridal fashion illustrator. Got an iPad Pro and pencil. Wait, okay, who's Ananda Oleander? I'm looking him up. Just like screenshotted you because I'm curious what inspired you, but that's great. So wait, what did I say here? So the appearance of a color is always in fact affected by the colors it's viewed with. We experience colors relatively. For example, colors directly opposite each other on the, thank you for sharing, on the color wheel emphasize each other. So a color wheel, oh, I had one pulled out here for you guys. Just the other day, I have piles. Warm or cool is a completely different emotion. Yes. So warm colors, colors like in fire, red, yellow, orange, cool colors, right? And the emotion you get is completely different from the two. It's true. Although one thing I really love together, it's like a pure, clear hue of red next to that royal blue that's also so clear. Those two colors, I guess that's one cool and one warm. It gives me such a feeling to see those two colors next to each other. And then sometimes all of a sudden I want to take my color world and turn it upside down. Oh, here we go. This is the book I'll refer to often in the scopes. It's not cheap, even though it's paperback. It's an excellent color theory textbook. Color, how to use it. And the fact is, it's not just color. Oh, you're so you. There's a dance. Fuchsia and orange. Ooh, how hot can you get? Right? That's the thing is, it's usually never a color in alone. It's a color in conjunction with another color. In fact, you know what I would love? I'm putting a challenge up. I know there's only 2 of you here now, but those of you who got the Taya Sui Sketches app that we talked about, not that you have to use an app. I know Karen doesn't like apps, right, Karen? But if you took a blank page, because you could do this with watercolor anyway, if you took a blank page and you had to pick 2 to like 5 colors to be your color world, you know, what would they be?
Mom,
so in this app, you could pick any. Yes, hon?
When are you going to be done?
5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So let's just say I pick a color here. Right? I mean, and the thing is, Karen, if you're like me, you won't even pick because you're afraid to commit to something and then change your mind. But you know what you do? Color Joy, I know you would like to do this. We're talking about taking the app. Yes. Take the app and just come up with a palette. The thing is, don't worry about committing forever. Think about committing. Okay. Think about committing. Okay, Auntie?
Okay.
Think about committing for a season, committing for a day, committing for 1 hour to picking. Oh, I'll show you. Hang on. I'll write it. Taya Sui. And it's free. Taya Sui Sketches. Hang on. Because you will be so amazed at what comes across. Thanks for sharing. If everybody posts 5 colors, you're going to get such a different feeling from each person. And all you have to do is click in the corner here and you get this color picker. Actually, there's 2 ways. Usually the color picker also, hang on, it does this. You can pick the available colors, but if you go to the top, there's a plus sign. And up there, you can actually pick any color in the world. So watch this. I want to get my red. Now remember, if you go in the corner, you get the pure, unsaturated, saturated hue, as they call it. But if you slide around, you can white it out. You can add a lot of black to it. You can add gray to it. You see, hi, Cranberry Lantern just came on when I got to Cranberry Red. Law of attraction. Hi, Cranberry. That's so funny you came on when I got the cranberry. Hi, Maria. I'm going to try to take this. Yeah, I like this red just like that. We are creating color palettes for ourselves to represent our color world. Hang on, you know what? I want a thicker pen, so I'm just going to click this. I want you to know that my online courses are not computer courses. I mean, I'll do them in scopes, but my online fashion illustration class is all about watercolors and stuff. I mean, you could do them. Okay, so now I have 2 colors in my palette. Now let's say I have to pick. This is really great for branding yourself. So if you go to Fashion Tribalista's Facebook group and you look where I invited everyone to share their Tayasuli sketches, Color Lynn, Color Joy, Lynn DT Hirschberger, who's up here, she posted like 5 different sketches she did on the app, all within one color story. And if you do that, oh, this looks like the very French, right? Paris, like French flag. Personal colors. Sure, or like there's a certain pink with black that for me says ballerina, right? That ballerina pink that almost isn't pink because it's so creamy and light, right? You put that with black, you get one feel. You put like another pink, exactly. So what if you had to come up with a palette for this summer? Oh, turquoise, fuchsia, purple, and hot green always. So I know that about you because I've seen your stuff, right? But Lynn, when I hear those words, that's another thing with colors. We have words. Maybe some colors like fuchsia are just head-on clear. But other colors, it's like the name means different things to different people. So if we could put the name and the color itself and come up with a palette. In fact, I'm so tempted, Lynn, I don't know if you'd mind. I'm so tempted to pull up the sketches you post. Brian says, purple is Lynn's beige. I love it. Blues and greens, whites, beach, sand. The fact that you put the word beach and sand in there changed. First, when you say blue and white, I thought of blue and white one way. Then when I saw the word beach and sand, I started to see all the blues that go with white sand and those clear waters, tropical waters. Like, so the words we use can affect the way people perceive our colors. So, color melds to memory. Oh, this is the kind of conversations I want to have with you guys. So true. That's why when I say color is emotion, it's just like the only reason color is emotion is some of it may be biological wiring, but most of that is memory, right? Lynn says hi, Angie. Angie, what's your favorite color? She's wearing purple with
raspberry. Magenta.
She's wearing a purple and a yellow right now. They're like complementary colors.
Magenta.
Andrea says hi too. Magenta. I didn't even know she knew magenta. How many colors did we learn, color words did we learn from the Crayola box? Right? So many of us learned colors from the Crayola box. So I'm going to go quickly into the fashion. Yes. Periwinkle. Periwinkle was my favorite Crayola color ever. Right? So I'm looking up our group, Fashion Tribalista's Facebook group, which I'm really hoping, Lynn, you made me so happy because you fell into the spirit of it. So Lynn was sharing the sketches that she did using the app that we just talked about. And let me pull up, Laurentian. Is that a brand? Blue, green, and green, blue. Yeah. And see, that's how Crayola educated us as well. Blue-green is a blue with some green in it. Green-blue is a green with some blue in it. So that gives us language to discuss colors. Laurentian, a brand of colored pencil. Where do you live? I never heard of that one. Now let me see if I can find more of Lynn's. Here they are. Lynn, this is okay, right? Okay, she did these using the app that we discussed. So notice how her color branding, okay, I gotta, tells a unified story, and how that unified story is delicious because the way the colors work together, right? So she did all these freehand on the iPad. Yes, and again, 50s. So now we're talking about memory again. You guys inspire me so much because I feel like I always come on with like a title to my scope, but what really excites me is what spirit comes up in the scope. And what we're talking about here right now is we're infusing our visual world with memory. So you know when you smell an old perfume and all these memories come up and you feel like you're living in your past and it's so powerful? Well, right, different colors can do that too. For example, I was given these flowers recently. These aren't the colors I usually pick out. Oh yeah, I love you too. Roses are your grandma. My Italian grandma, she had rose bushes too, all around. Yeah, well, she doesn't want to hug me. She just wants the internet back. She also likes it when I buy toys. So I told her, you know, Periscope is part of my business. This is how I reach out to the world. So she should be really happy about this. Yeah, grandmothers can be really important parts of our story too. So today, why don't we do this? I don't know how many of you are in the Facebook group. Yes, she always likes my attention. The power of the brain and visualization, color. So maybe think of a memory and create a palette and name it. And then share them in the Facebook group. And seriously, it could be an illustration. I'll show you. It could be an illustration, or it could just be color swatches that you do either with watercolor, Crayola crayons. If you name the colors, it's really fun. I want to do my grandma too. I wonder if we should do like we should all do our grandmas. Facebook group is Fashion Tribalistas. I don't know if that's showing up for you. Hang on. That's too tiny, right? Hang on. Let me get to the home page. Fashion Tribalistas, like tribal, with an istas at the end. And that could be your grandma, or that could be a beautiful palette inspired by what you see grandmas wear. Thank you. Pink, red, navy. Interesting. And the colors that I use mostly for my branding come from, there's a dance in the northeast of Brazil called frevo. It's incredible carnival dance that they do with little umbrellas. I think that comes from the West African influence to have umbrellas, but they use the umbrella for balance, and the umbrella has red, green, yellow, blue, white, really pure bright colors, and so does the costume. And they do all these acrobatics, and it's like the happiest thing I could think of ever. So every time I come back to color, I always think of Frevo, F-R-E-V-O, from Brazil, from Recife. I'll share that with you guys from time to time. I've shared it before. So, pink and brown. We were just talking about that, Perlina, at the beginning. Color memories pages are due. I'm going to give you a week because that's only fair. That's what we do at Parsons. But the sooner the better. So what day is today? I'll post it up in the group today so everybody knows. But today is Monday, so they're due Monday. Students, all right? Parisian cafe pink with the brown. We were talking earlier, I was saying how I love chocolate brown with pastels. So I see you there. I'm going to put up my Frevo palette just as an intro. And I'll name my colors too. I'll name the colors too, okay? Bye, everybody. I may scope again later. As usual, I didn't get very far in the chapter. I love the inspiration you bring to the group.
Bring.
Montreal is beautiful. Pink, brown, any chocolate. Dark chocolate, cocoa, milk, yum. Ciao, ciao. Thanks for joining me. So happy to meet you too. Now wait, Seaside, are you the one that likes the blues? Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao. Don't be so